Thank you to our ushers who graciously volunteered their time to help make sure everyone has found a space for our ceremony. We are now ready to begin.
Rocky View Schools acknowledges and recognizes all Indigenous peoples whose footprints have marked these lands from time immemorial. Together, we can learn and honor the ways of knowing Indigenous peoples and all peoples for the future.
Rocky View Schools reconnaît tous les peuples autochtones dans leurs histoires et empreintes de part ont marqué ces terres depuis des temps immémoriaux. Ensemble, nous pouvons apprendre et honorer les façons de savoir des peuples autochtones et tous les peuples pour les générations futures. Bonjour à tous.
Hello everyone, my name is Mason South.
And I'm Javina Halley. Bienvenue. We are today's Masters of Ceremonies and members of next year's class of 2027.
Although we'll admit we're a little nervous to be up here, we'll know you'll forget about us pretty quick once you see and hear all of our amazing graduates this year.
We are honored to be able to share this day with you all.
In accordance with City of Airdrie emergency procedures, please be aware that should the emergency alarm sound, you're required to exit the building through the nearest emergency exit and meet at one of the evacuation muster points. Please do not re-enter the building unless authorized by the fire department. In case of any other emergency, Genesis staff will provide guidance and assistance.
As we begin, we would like to welcome distinguished guests, family, friends, staff, those who are joining us through live stream, and all those here to celebrate this accomplishment with us. And a special thank you to those who have traveled from afar to be here with us today.
We would also like to thank all the volunteers who have been immeasurably helpful in preparing for today's ceremony, as well as all of our staff on our George Mcdougall grad committee. Without them, this ceremony would not have been possible.
Please remain seated for the processional of the staff of George Mcdougall High School, followed by the graduating class of 2026. Please stand for the Singing of O Canada, performed by Joseph Ashew, Emily Baskerville, Harvey Bisla, Trinity Cockshott, Zoe Jones, Isabella Perves, Michelle Stewart, and Olivia Thompson.
Accompanied by Ms. Reichart on piano. Before we continue, we'd like to acknowledge all of the art on display was created by our graduates. Upon conclusion of the program, we encourage you to please take some time to view these wonderful pieces of art. We also want to thank Ms. Wright for organizing the display for us this afternoon.
Now at this point, we would like to welcome Blake Richards, Member of Parliament, to bring greetings.
All right, well, congratulations, graduates. Absolutely. I don't know which microphone I'm supposed to use here. There we go. Congratulations. And this is a big day. This is a big day, and it's a big day that's come as a result of a lot of hard work, and a lot of dedication and perseverance. And if you continue to work with those kinds of qualities, you'll have a lot of these kinds of big days and a lot of successes in your life. I wanted to take a couple minutes to share with you some advice from a book called Dear Baby that I read with my daughter, who's going to be grad class of about 2042 if everything goes well. You're probably thinking, he's going to read us a baby book? But there's some really great advice in here. It would work really well for graduates with just a little bit of change. It would work really good for old guys like me even. But before I do that, I wanted to just take a couple seconds to acknowledge a couple of really special groups of people that helped to get you to where you are here tonight. And the first, of course, is your parents. So I'll ask all the parents of the graduates to please stand for a minute if you can. Yeah, give them a round of applause. Great. So parents, stay standing. Parents, stay standing. Stay standing, parents. If you can just stay standing for a second, because graduates, I want you to try to see if you can spot your parents. I know it might not be easy, but if you can. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Yeah. While you've met them in the eyes, I'm going to, on the count of 3, get you to join me in saying, I love you, Mom and Dad, all right? So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Okay, now parents, you can have a seat. And I wanted to take a minute to recognize your parents because, you know, you've been through a lot of ups and downs to get here, lots of highs and lows, lots of everything in between. And as you go through life, you're going to continue to experience some of those highs, lows, everything in between. And your parents will always, always be there for you. And so take a few minutes over the next couple of days to just thank them for everything they've done to get to this point. And then as you go on with whatever it is you do next, whether it's off to school, whether it's off to work somewhere, you know, even if you're still in your parents' basement for a few more years, take some time to go home or go upstairs and visit every once in a while and show some appreciation. Like, don't just show up when you need to do laundry or when you want to borrow some money. Like, show up and spend some time because your parents will miss you when you're gone. I mean, they're going to celebrate a little bit, but they're going to miss you too. So thank you to all the parents for everything you've done to get the graduates. And the other group of people that's really important and has been incredibly important in getting you to this point is your teachers. So teachers, if you want to all stand. And when I say teachers, not just the teachers from the school, but because they're incredibly important, but there's many other people, whether it's a piano teacher, drama teachers, sports coaches, anyone that's done any of that kind of teaching as well. If you can all stand at the same time, teachers, and those who've taught these graduates, I want to have them be recognized. Yeah, please. Okay, so thank you, and I want to encourage the graduates, you know, as you move on in life, seek out teachers. And you might call them mentors as you go into your adult life, but seek out the people who will be there to share their experience, their wisdom, and really help you to move on and do greater things. So thank you to all the teachers. Take some time as well in classes over the next week or so just to express that appreciation. I know your teachers will appreciate it because they've done a lot for you. So now I want to get to the book. So it's going to be Dear Graduate tonight, but it's some great advice, I really believe. So here it is. Dear Graduate, be curious. Dear Graduate, it's okay to make mistakes. Get back up and make your mark. There are many ways to say thank you. Try them all. Put yourself in someone else's shoes because you'll go far. Explore, explore, explore because there's always more. Remember your roots and spread your branches far and wide. This is one of my favorites. Dear graduate, you know what's really great? Not taking yourself too seriously. Seriously. Never be afraid to break down walls and to build bridges. Sometimes you'll need to speak up, sometimes you'll need to listen, and sometimes you'll need to do a little bit of both. Dear graduate, you feeling stuck? Remember, some things in life take baby steps. Other things will come in leaps and bounds. Dear baby, or graduate in this case, wiggle and giggle like no one is watching, even if someone is watching. Dear graduate, look up. Each star is a spark of possibility. Dear graduate, you are exactly who, what, and where you were supposed to be. So with that, I offer my congratulations and my best wishes for the future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. Thank you, Mr. Richards. We would now like to welcome Ms. Pitt, Member of Legislative Assembly for Airdrie East, to say a few words to our graduates.
Hey Mustangs, how you doing? Good. Friends, families, parents, teachers, congratulations. I love this celebration and just watching you guys walk in. Some of you are terrified. Probably just because you're in front of a group full of people, not because you're graduating, but most of you are just full of excitement and joy, and it's awesome to see this is your moment. Celebrate it. Now, and as your MLA, I have the honor of reflecting on this moment using a quote that you guys chose as your graduating class, a quote that says a lot about who you are and how you see this moment. The quote is, as you know, "I know these will all be stories someday, and our big pictures will become old photographs. But right now, these moments are not stories, and in this moment, I swear we are infinite." That's a thoughtful quote. It's very nostalgic. It's also very honest. We're going to talk about this. So if we're really being honest, some of those old photographs that we're creating today are going to need a bit of explaining. Years from now, someone will look at them and ask, why does everyone look like they haven't slept since midterms? Or what exactly was happening with that hairstyle? I have one of those. Or maybe was that outfit a bet, or was that a decision? And you'll just smile and say, you had to be there. And that's the point. One day, all of this, the early mornings, the late nights, the last minute studying, and those group projects where one person did the slides, one person did the talking, and one person was very morally supportive, those will turn into stories. You will laugh about them, you'll probably exaggerate them. The one all-nighter will somehow become a week-long academic survival saga. And those things that felt overwhelming at the time won't seem quite so heavy anymore. But right now, just like your quote says, this moment isn't a story yet. It's real. Right now, you're all here together, standing at the edge of something new, and whether you feel ready or not, you actually are. Even if ready just means you remember to show up today in the right place, in the right seat, wearing the right, mostly right outfit. Some of you have excellent shoes today. Being infinite doesn't mean you've figured everything out. If that were the case, none of us would qualify. It doesn't mean you had a perfect path. It means that you have possibility. It's in all of you, in the way that you've pushed through challenges, supporting each other, and kept showing up, even on the days when showing up felt like the hardest assignment of all. And yes, someday you'll look back at yourselves now and think, we really thought we knew everything. And honestly, that confidence is pretty impressive. So as you move forward, I want to leave you with a few things. First, hold on to people who made these years what they were. The ones who helped you study, made you laugh, or at the very least, shared notes with you. Don't be afraid of what comes next, even if it feels uncertain. I mean that. Do not be afraid of what comes next. Uncertainty means that there's something new waiting for you, and probably, most definitely, a few plot twists along the way. And most importantly, take a moment to appreciate right now. Even if the speeches are boring and they're never ending, this isn't just something you'll remember someday. This is something that you're living. And when this becomes a story, and it will, I hope you remember exactly how it felt to be here. Getting ready, showing up, cheering in the back, walking out, taking pictures with your friends and your family and your teachers, running through the hallways for the very last time. You guys got here together. Because right now, just as your quote reminds us, you are not just looking back. You are not just looking ahead. You are here. You are together. And in this moment, you are infinite. So grads, get up on your feet. Come on, get up. This is your health break. You'll appreciate this. All right, friends, families, teachers, please join me in congratulating the 2026 class of Mustangs. Let's do that.
Thank you, Ms. Pitt. We would now like to welcome Mr. Fred Burley on behalf of Rocky View Schools trustees to bring greetings.
You know, after all these years, oh, which one's working here? I still don't like to make speeches, but we'll keep it brief. Good evening, graduates, family, staff, and honored guests. It's truly a privilege to stand before you today as an Airdrie trustee and celebrate this important milestone with you. Graduation is more than a ceremony. It reflects years of dedication, growth, and perseverance. To the graduating class, you have navigated challenges, embraced opportunities, and supported one another along the way. Your journey has not been easy, but you have shown resilience, adaptability, and determination. And all of these qualities will serve you as you go on in your life. This journey has not been without help. The commitment of your teachers, who have gone above and beyond, the support of your families and who encourage and uplift you every day, and the strength of your communities that believe in our youth. You are a product of this collective effort, and today we celebrate not only your achievements, but the network that helped you succeed. While today marks the end of one chapter, it is also the beginning of another. Whether you pursue education, enter the workforce, or take time to explore your path, know that your experiences here have prepared you to think critically, act compassionately, and meaningfully to the world around you. Our world needs your ideas, your energy, and your leadership. It needs individuals who are willing to listen, to learn, and to make a difference, no matter how big or small. So as you move forward, I encourage you to stay curious, stay connected, and never underestimate the impact you can have. I leave you with a quote from Winston Churchill. "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." On behalf of the board, congratulations to the George Mcdougall class of 2026. We are proud of you, and we look forward to seeing all that you will accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burley. Next, please welcome Mayor Heather Spearman to share a few words from the City of Airdrie.
Well, good evening, graduates, families, teachers, staff, and everyone here tonight. Bonsoir aux étudiants de l'immersion française, leurs familles, leurs professeurs, et tout le monde ici ce soir. I'm Mayor Heather Spearman, and it is my honor to bring greetings on behalf of the City of Airdrie. Now, graduation speeches traditionally involve an adult standing at a podium pretending to possess wisdom, which is unfortunate timing for me, because the older I get, the more I realize adulthood is mostly just confidently using phrases like, "Let's circle back on this," while trying to remember why you walked into a room. But I know this. The quote you chose this year is excellent, particularly the part that says, "And in this moment, I swear we are infinite," which is honestly a fantastic graduation quote. Because graduation exists in this strange little pocket of life where everything still feels possible. Right now, your future has not narrowed yet. Some of you know exactly what comes next, and some of you are still figuring it out. And some of you have a plan that will completely change 3 times by the age of 25. And that's not failure, that's being a person. Adults love asking graduates what their 5-year plans are, as though most adults themselves are operating from a carefully constructed master blueprint, and we are not. Most people are improvising slightly more confidently than they were at 18, and honestly, I think there's something comforting about that, because it means you do not need your entire life figured out tonight in order to move forward successfully. You just need curiosity, resilience, good people around you, and the willingness to keep showing up, which your generation has already had to learn earlier than most. You grew up during a pandemic, you experienced online learning, you watched the world become increasingly shaped by algorithms designed to convince you that everyone else was somehow happier, more successful, and mysteriously more productive before 6 a.m. And despite all of that, you still built community here, through athletics, through music, through l'immersion française, through Ride of the Mustang, through friendships, classrooms, teams, performances, and all the little things that make school feel human. And I also know that not everybody has experienced high school the same way. For some of you, these years were amazing, and for some of you, they were complicated. And for some of you, graduation may feel less like nostalgia and more like relief, and that's okay too. Because one of the things about life after high school is realizing you are allowed to keep making new versions of yourself. And I suspect one of the strangest things about growing older is realizing the moments that mattered the most often did not feel important at the time. At the time, they just felt normal. The hallway conversations, the practices, the lunch tables, the people you saw every day. And then one day, without warning, those ordinary moments become the stories you tell for the rest of your life. And I think that's why that quote gets this all exactly right. Because one day these moments will really become stories, and the photos will become those old photographs. But right now, you still get to live inside the moment while it's happening. And that is a rare thing. So tonight, celebrate it. Take the photos, thank your teachers, be proud of yourselves, embarrass your parents a little or a lot, or parents, embarrass your graduates deeply, you earn that too. And for at least one evening before taxes, insurance renewals, and booking your own dentist appointments fully arrive, enjoy feeling infinite. So congratulations, George Mack class of 2026. Your city is so, so proud of you.
Thank you, Ms. Spearman. May I now ask Ms. Lori Meyer, Rocky View Schools Associate Superintendent of Learning, to bring greetings on behalf of the Rocky View Schools Superintendent's Office.
Hi, oh my goodness, Mustangs, you look great from up here. Well done. Okay, distinguished guests, members of the board, our mayor, MP, MLA, of course, families, staff, and the graduates. Thanks for the opportunity to speak with you for a few minutes. And if you happen to take a little snooze, not suggesting that you might have, but while you were listening to Angela Pitt's speech, then you can pay attention to mine and you'll hear almost the same thing, and vice versa. If you listen to hers, you can take a little snooze now and you won't have missed anything. We didn't write them together, but they're very similar. So here you are. You have reached an important milestone through hard work, through determination, and through what I can only describe for some as a strategic last-minute effort. Whatever your method, you made it. You're here. Your chosen quote, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, talks about how one day this will all be a story, how the moments you're living right now will eventually turn into memories and old photographs. The quote captures the magic of today, because right now you're not looking back, you're in the middle of the moment. And at least for the next hour, you are the main characters in the biggest scene of your high school story. Let's be honest, high school has given you plenty of material for that story. You survived pop quizzes, group projects, where one person did all the work and you know who you are, and an emotional roller coaster of waiting for Wi-Fi to reconnect during an online assignment. You learned how to navigate friendships, deadlines, and what you cooked in foods class, which was sometimes an adventure all of its own. You've also learned things that matter far beyond these walls. You've learned how to adapt when life changes unexpectedly. You learned how to ask for help, how to support one another, and how to keep going when the path felt uncertain. Those lessons will serve you better than any formula or vocabulary list, though your English teachers would like me to remind you that grammar matters. Today you're standing at the edge of something new, and while the future may feel exciting, intimidating, or like a giant question mark, it's wide open. You get to decide what comes next. You get to write the next chapter. And here's the fun part. Life will give you moments, big ones, small ones, weird ones, when you feel something powerful, something expansive, something that makes you think, wow, I can actually do this. Moments when you feel limitless, moments when you feel, as the book suggests, a little bit infinite. That feeling doesn't come from having everything figured out. It comes from showing up, from trying, from being brave enough to take the next step, even when you're not totally sure where it leads. So, as you walk across this stage today, I'm going to ask you to carry two things with you. First, gratitude for the people who helped you get here, and second, a sense of humor for the moments that didn't go perfectly. Those will make the best stories one day, trust me. Class of 2026, may you step into your future with confidence, curiosity, and the courage to chase the life you want. May you find joy in the unexpected, laughter in the challenges, and pride in the person you're becoming. Congratulations. We are so proud of you, and we cannot wait to see the story you write next. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Meyer. At this time, please welcome George Mcdougall Principal, Mr. Glenn Brooker, to give his principal's address.
If I have these on like this, I can't see you, but if I'm here, I can read my paper. So, good evening, elders, honored guests, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the grads of 2026. I'm new to George Mac, so in my journey, I was trying to figure out the feeling I was getting when I walked in the building and why we were the way we are. So I went back in history to kind of figure that out. So like you grads, this is, for me, my first principal grad speech. For some of you who may not know, I am your principal of George Mcdougall. I have a little bit of imposter syndrome up here, but I hope it all goes well for all of us. First, I want to thank the hardworking individuals who put this evening together. Ms. Yellowega, Mrs. Grimley, Ms. Vang, Ms. Lee, Ms. Hedderson, and Mr. Baskerville, and all the many staff that make these evenings and celebrations come to life. It's not easy putting on a show for thousands of people. I also want to thank the staff. It's been a short journey for us, but I can tell you, and families and grads, because I've been to 5 different high schools. We've got a veteran staff who work really hard for our children, so I want to congratulate you for finishing off a strong year. Okay, now I want to take a moment to share with you an item I came across. Like principals do, we wander around in the traditional halls of George Mcdougall. Interesting, I came across the OG, and I think that's what the kids call it, the original yearbook of George Mcdougall, 1963. You most likely would never have seen it or heard of it, except for maybe a few parents or grandparents here today. It's different. They have a different Latin name. So you might ask yourself, why am I bringing this yearbook to this speech? Well, I am, and I will always be a teacher, and in fact, a history teacher. And since there was an unscheduled 3 weeks off earlier this year, I thought, why not teach a quick lesson? So enjoy. As you may not know, most high schools in Alberta use a Latin phrase to emphasize what the school values are. At the inception of George Mcdougall High School, Magni Nominis Umbrae was our motto. Now, if you're like me, which you're probably not, and have a passion for Latin, and who doesn't, I needed to dive in. So let me explain. The likely translation of our original school motto would have been the shadow of a great name. Sounds a bit ominous, but let me continue. That great name would have been referring to our school name, George Mcdougall. History tells us he was a pioneer in Alberta. He was a man who braved the Alberta wilderness, who stayed to nurse the sick during smallpox, and a man who helped bridge the gap between nations. But as we have learned, the shadow is long and it is complex. We know now that the same civilizing mission he led also cast a dark shadow on Indigenous cultures, a legacy we still navigate today. So how does this relate to our grad class? For the last few years, grads, you haven't just been students in our building, you've been learning how to shine inside the shadow while trying to find your own light. Think about the teachers who have fought for you. To you, Magni Nominis Umbra wasn't about a guy from the 1800s. It was about the teacher who stayed in at lunch because they knew you weren't getting the math. But they also knew on those days you were capable of it. They fought for you, even on those days you were just fighting to stay awake in second period. It's about the coach or mentor who saw your potential when you didn't. These people are the shadow of protection for you, a canopy that gave you the space to grow, to fail, and to try again. And look at the families here today. You want to talk about great names. Graduates, the greatest names aren't found in history books. They are mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, our elders. They are the people who provided you shelter to get to this stage. They carried your stress, your dreams, and even some carried your laundry upstairs today. They are the foundation that allowed you to stand tall. Then look to your left, look to your right, at your friends and or frenemies. You survived all of your exams, your heartbreaks, and even survived the latest ridiculous TikTok challenge. You shared the shadow of this school for years. You were the ones who made the heaviest parts of your story and the hardest moments of growing up feel a little bit lighter. Graduates, as you leave us at George Mcdougall High School, you are officially stepping out of the shadow. The complexity of our school namesake is actually the perfect lesson in the world you're entering. It reminds us that no one is just one thing. We are all capable of great good, and we are all capable of making mistakes that cast shadows. Your job now isn't to just stand in the shadow of a great name. Your job is to become the great name. As the Roman poet Lucan, from whom our original motto was formed, a great name alone is not enough. Each generation must continue to earn it. Step out of the shade, take the courage of the pioneer, the dedication of your teachers, the unconditional love of your families, and go build a legacy that is entirely your own. Make your name the one people are proud to stand beside. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go Mustangs.
Thank you, Mr. Brooker. Mr. Jordan Harris would now like to introduce the class of 2026 Valedictorian.
Monsieur Jordan Harris vous présenter la promotion du majeur de 2026.
Check, check. We'll take that one. Well, I've got good news and bad news, folks. The good news is this will be short and sweet. The bad news is my wife's not going to get very far with the grocery list. So, yeah, about that. I'm just kidding. I'm just very nervous, so I'm just breaking the ice for everyone. All right, let's get this show going. Okay, good evening, Mustangs. It is my privilege tonight to introduce the valedictorian for George Mcdougall High School graduating class of 2026, Mr. Charles Lambie. Oh, it's not that short. It's not that short, Charles. Dare to dream, my friend. I've worked way too hard. I've had the distinct pleasure of teaching Charles through the GMHS music program, where he has been a principal percussionist, pianist, clinician, leader, and of course the guy who always has a plan of attack before we even know what piece we're going to play. Mind you, the above remarks are entirely self-appointed by the legend himself, who ironically can lead a section, play piano, think 10 steps ahead and 3 steps back, but still loses the music that was just in his hand 3 seconds ago. You know it's true. Jokes aside, Charles is not standing here tonight for being perfect or even perfectly imperfect. He's standing here in part because he knows exactly where he's going and how he's going to get there. With his eye forever on a prize, Charles consistently demonstrates that although it is great to win, success matters most when achieved through doing good. It's no accident that Charles embodies excellence through not mere talent, but also in character, hard work, and dedication. In the band room, I've been blessed to have many amazing students that are reliable, prepared, skilled, and genuinely invested in the success of our ensembles. And then I have Charles. Just kidding. You're okay. You're part of that group. As Charles has proven time and time again, the same scope and drive carried well beyond music. Charles has built an exceptional academic record that includes mathematics, physics, chemistry, French, and of course, music. He served as captain of our varsity volleyball team, vice captain of our badminton team, tutored in both math and physics, mentored through big brothers, big sisters, and further invested his expertise and passions into initiatives such as the Terry Fox Run, Ride of the Mustang, and the main stage. So yes, Charles is undoubtedly accomplished. Yet it is the substance behind his accomplishments that make him truly deserving of this honor. He finishes what he starts. And he aims high not simply for the praise and shiny hardware, but to help strengthen the people, programs, and teams around him. If I'm being perfectly honest, though, Charles is certainly not one to shy away from shiny things, so I did get you something. I did get you this snazzy, honorable mention ribbon for both honoring and mentioning you during this introductory speech. So I hope you really appreciate that. And if you're having troubles and you're nervous like I am, I got these little drumsticks for you, and they have your name on it, so you won't lose them right away. Anywho, as a drummer, you know better than most that a beat is not simply something created and banging on your mom's pots and pans. Something deeper that brings people together and holds them together. As a leader, this beat matters more than you can imagine. It's not always your job to be the brightest star, but instead to lead through purpose, integrity, consistency, confidence, compassion, and quite simply being the glue that holds us all together. So I don't have a fancy quote like you guys, but if you're a band kid, you know about the glue. So Charles, be the glue. Keep people together. You've left your mark within our Mustang community, whether through music, sport, leadership, or hair couture. Always flashing that flashy hair. You are an individual that will not soon be forgotten. Stay humble, stay kind, and if you screw up, just remember what I told you in the first place, and you'll be fine. On that note, it is with immense pride and great honor that I introduce the Valedictorian of the George Mcdougall High School graduating class of 2026, Mr. Charles Lambie. Congratulations, Charles, and congratulations, Mustangs.
Good evening, dignitaries, administrators, teachers, parents, families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. I want to start off by asking all of you to remember how many times you've told yourself, I just need to make it through this week, and then I can relax. And then you said that the next week. And then the week after that, then the next deadline, then the next exam. Yet every early morning, you got up and kept going. There is a common story that reminds me exactly of that. In Greek mythology, Sisyphus was condemned by the gods to push a massive boulder up a hill for eternity. Endlessly, he would push it so high before it rolled all the way back to the bottom, over and over again. The first time I heard this story, I could only think of it as a tragedy. However, while doing the dreaded TF Tasty analysis for English on the myth, I stumbled upon something unexpected. French philosopher Albert Camus wrote, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." I couldn't believe it. Happy? How is it possible for someone to be happy doing something so repetitive, so exhausting, without even a chance of success? But somewhere between fire drills in the freezing cold and late night studying, I think we all started to live that exact same story. Walking through our school's doors hundreds of times for almost a quarter of our lives to push. At George Mac, every single one of us was pushing a different boulder. For many of us, that boulder was purely academic pressure, the constant cycle of exams, assignments, and navigating the teacher's strike this year. For others, it was sports, the constant grind of practices, games, and always sending Bird Church home crying. For some, it was music, theater, and the hours of work put behind a single performance. Sometimes it was a combination of many of these together. However, the heaviest boulders were those unseen by everyone else. There are students who fight a battle in their head every day before coming to school. There are students who believe they have to act just to fit in. To those who relate to this, you are not only graduating today, you won a war that no one else saw. This helps us find meaning in our school motto, Per laborem floribus, through hard work you shall flourish. Flourishing is not just standing at the top, surrounded by praise and looking back at everything you've done. It's becoming stronger, more resilient, and more capable while you're still pushing. Flourishment is in the process, the climb. We have all had our moments where we've questioned, is this really worth it? But here's a secret I've learned. The climb itself is what defines you. The person you became while you were struggling is infinitely more important than a piece of paper. We have been taught our entire lives to think happiness comes later, after high school, after university, after retirement, after this fantasized idea of making it. But if you spend your entire life waiting for this imaginary summit, you lose the present. As a class, we have built something much more profound than personal achievements. We've built a community held together through companionship and collaboration, one made up of dedicated leaders, athletes, scholars, musicians, and artists with completely different paths in life that can all share one common trait, the struggle for something you care for. It makes me a bit emotional to consider this one of the last times we will all be in the same space. For years, our lives have been woven together through ordinary moments we barely noticed at the time. Rushing assignments at lunch, even complaining about the school while secretly knowing we would miss it and the people inside of it. Without realizing it, those moments became the core of our teenage years. Soon, George Mcdougall will just be a place we revisit in fragments. But what really made those hallways special was this graduating class. These moments and memories we share have become infinite, and that's what we will carry with us when we leave. So today, I won't wish you an easy life. An easy life doesn't leave a mark. I'll wish for something much more meaningful. The strength to keep pushing when life gets difficult, and the resilience to get back up when that boulder rolls all the way back to the bottom. I wish you all a life filled with passion and effort for what you care for. Class of 2026, if there is just one message you take from this speech, let it be this. Don't wait until you reach the top to be happy. Find happiness in the climb. The hill in front of us will be different for every person in this room. Some of us will leave home, others will stay here. Some already have the next 4 years of their life planned out. Others are still figuring it out. But no matter where life takes you next, we will all carry the same proof with us, that we can push through whatever challenge we may face. I can't wait to see how high we go. I wish you all luck and success on your next hill. And no matter how far you go, remember, you will always be a Mustang. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles, for those inspiring and thoughtful words.
Merci, Charles, pour ces mots inspirants.
I would now like to invite Mr. Glenn Brooker back to the stage to present the valedictorian gift. Before our graduates walk the stage, we have an important message for parents and family members. LifeTouch Photography is generously providing their time to take a professional photo of your graduate receiving their diploma. Please remain seated and allow the photographers to do their job. Thank you for allowing them to professionally capture this moment.
Without further ado, I would like our administration team, Mr. Brooker, Ms. Brown, and Mr. Baskerville, to come to the stage for the presentation to our graduates. The graduate names will be read by Ms. Reichart.
Sophie Rain Abs. Amina Ahmed. Jenna Bree Allison. Isaiah Nicholas Andon, French immersion. Casey Elizabeth Anderson, French immersion. Casey is planning to pursue a Bachelor of Business Administration. Logan Jerry Anhorn, honors. Logan is planning on pursuing a career in heavy-duty mechanics. Riley Erilyn Annis. Riley plans on joining the Canadian Armed Forces. Erin Grace Archibald, honors. Erin will be studying pre-health science at SAIT. Evan Daniel Arsenault. Evan plans on working with the Calgary Police Service. Sunny Ryder Arthurs. Sunny will be pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Joseph Ashu, honors. Joseph will be pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Pharmacology. Paige Ashworth. Paige plans on attending AU Arts. Sari Yatif. Saria is planning on obtaining a Bachelor of Science to pursue a career in dentistry. Elise Jean Auger. Elise will be attending AU Arts to pursue a degree in fine arts. Dane Andrew Maurice Avery. Caitlin Dawn Barda, honors. Caitlin plans on attending Bow Valley College. Isla Rose Bacon, French immersion. Isla will be attending the University of Prince Edward Island to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Foods and Nutrition. Jaden Maximus Barker. Malika Abain Berry, French immersion. Amalie Marie Baskerville. Amalie will be attending Red Deer Polytechnic to pursue a Bachelor's of Education. Hallie Jillian Bennett, honors. Harveer Singh Bisla. Harveer will be attending the University of Calgary to pursue a Bachelor of Arts with an emphasis in music. Georgia Dakota Ray Black. Georgia will be attending Red Deer Polytechnic to pursue a Bachelor of Biological Sciences. Kyle Alexander Bolton. Kyle will be pursuing a career as a Calgary firefighter. Ashlyn Wendy Bostick, honors. Ashlyn will be attending Mount Royal University to obtain a Bachelor of Science. Kaylee Jerry Ann Boutelier. Kaylee will be attending Olds College to become a veterinarian technician. Kaylin Grace Boley. Kaylin will be taking a gap year before attending school to study criminal justice. Kira Leanne Braham. Kira will be attending UBC to obtain a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Charlotte Grace Bratton, French immersion. Charlotte plans on pursuing a dual degree in Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Management at the University of Dalhousie. Jacob Riley Brower. Jacob is planning to start a heavy-duty mechanic apprenticeship after working. Evan Matthew Britton Briggs. Josh Bruce. Kyle Gordon Burry Honors. Arshvir Kaur Butter Honors. Lily Grace Campbell Honors. Lily plans on traveling Canada and Europe for 6 months before going to pastry school. Eric Kevin Cassip. Maximus David Casciato Honors. Keaton Christopher Keith Chalmers, Honors, French Immersion. Keaton plans on taking a year to travel before committing to play NCAA Division I golf in the United States. Erica Roland Charlemagne. Erica will be beginning her degree in psychology and public administration. Zain Mofid Audley Charles, Honors. Zain will be studying to be an aerospace engineer at University of Calgary. Christiana Relay Chatwood. Faizan Mustafa Chima, Honors with Distinction. Faizan will be attending the University of Calgary to study natural sciences. Grady Michael Brian Chemers, Honors, French Immersion. Grady will be pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology at the University of Calgary. I forgot to say that Grady was with Honors and French Immersion. Maya Bella Sinelli, Honors, French Immersion. Maya will be starting a psychology degree at the University of Victoria to pursue clinical psychology. Chelsea Elizabeth Haley Coates, Honors with Distinction. Trinity Cockshott. Trinity will be pursuing a Bachelor of Fine Arts at the University of Calgary. Matthew Christopher Colburn, Honors. Matthew will be studying biophysics at the University of Saskatchewan. Madison Rain Cutler. Madison will be taking a year off before pursuing a career in social work. Cameron Gracie Doust. Cameron will be pursuing a Bachelor's of Education focusing on elementary. Isabella Daniel, Honors. Isabella plans on spending a year working and volunteering before going to study nursing. Jaden Jeremiah Daniel. Kay Dansereau, French immersion. Kay plans on studying astrophysics. Carter John Davidson. Carter plans on finishing a welding apprenticeship, then traveling around Japan. Cooper James William Davidson. Cooper plans on becoming a heavy-duty mechanic. Stephen Mark DeGroot. Emily Elizabeth DeRuiter, Honors. Emily will be attending the University of Calgary in the fall. Nick Decker, Honors. Nick plans on pursuing a Bachelor of Education with a specialization in English Language Arts. Sam Charles Jenenstein. Denise K. Mercado de la Cruz. Denise plans on pursuing a career in architecture. Gabrielle Rose Dennis. Gabrielle will be pursuing a Bachelor of Fine Arts with a concentration in drawing at AU Arts. Jacob Christopher Darwin. Jacob will be pursuing a music career. Felix Dickey. Felix plans on traveling around Canada and working. Skylie Nicole Dickey, French immersion. Skylie plans on traveling before pursuing studies to become an architect. Kennedy Morgan Ireland Diddick. Kennedy plans on taking a gap year to travel. Harmit Dole, French immersion. Harmit will be pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Engineering at the University of Alberta. Rayleigh Lynn Donovan. Madison Ray Drager, honors. Madison will be pursuing a Bachelor of Business Administration degree at the Mount Royal University. Elliot Dubé, honors. Elliot will be working with the City of Airdrie before going back to school to study the humanities. Rowan Dunstan. Lena Madeline Edwards. Lena will be pursuing a career in firefighting. Gracie Joyce Ellingson, honors French immersion. Gracie plans to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Nursing and then start a medical service business. Parker English. Jet Alexander Fedoric. Jet will be pursuing a degree in communications at SAIT. Jalen Diane Fair, honors. Jalen will be starting a Bachelor of Science in Zoology at the University of Calgary to pursue a career in veterinary medicine. Caleb Bennett Ferguson. Caleb will be starting a heavy-duty mechanic apprenticeship while simultaneously building his photography career and clothing brand. Grace Rebecca Kilpin Fleming. Grace plans on spending a year traveling before going to study cosmetology. Ryder John Frampton, honors with distinction. Ryder will be playing football for the University of Calgary while studying chemical engineering. Murray Edward James Franklin, French immersion. Jackson Bruce Freeman. Kira O'Neill Fulford. Kira plans on pursuing a career in welding. Nicola Hill Gamlin, honors. Nicola will be playing Division I volleyball at California State University in Sacramento. Myra Carey Garrett. Corbin Christian Gaze, French immersion. Michael Connell Gidluck, honors with distinction. Michael will be pursuing a degree in environmental engineering at the University of Waterloo. William Alvin Shields Gilbert. Donovan Brian Gillespie. Donovan will be pursuing a career at Home Depot. Erica Catherine Gillespie, French immersion. Erica plans to study medical sciences. Keegan Reuben Glaspie. Oleno Golovchenko, honors with distinction. Olena will be pursuing a degree in computer science to help with the development of robotics. Jonah Grant Gordon. Sophie Marguerite Grilla. Sophie will be pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Indigenous Studies at the University of Alberta. Aganze Bio Biamungo Kananabi Halisi, French immersion. Owen Grant Hall Che, honors, French immersion. Owen will be taking the next year to continue playing hockey while weighing his future options. Luella Anna Ham, honors. Luella will be obtaining a diploma in aviation. Emmett Grant Hanlon, honors. Emmett will be studying engineering at the University of Saskatchewan. Zachary Mason Harder, honors. Rebecca Brooke Hardy, French immersion. Rebecca will be working for a year before moving to California to attend Bible college. Sebastian Peter Hartman. Isabella Marie Hazelhan, honors with distinction, French immersion. Isabel will be pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences at the University of Alberta. Chanel Elizabeth Hauser. Chanel plans on taking a year to travel before pursuing a career as a holistic health practitioner. Lucas Clinton Hedderson. Lucas will be pursuing a degree in legal assistance with a minor in environmental policy and protection. Piper Kate Hegel, honors with distinction. Piper will be pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science at the University of Victoria. Avery Elizabeth Highcamp, honors. Avery will be going to play NCAA lacrosse at the University of Charleston with study exercise science. Rowan Derek Hepner. Daniel Hosseini, honors. Daniel will be taking a gap year before pursuing his post-secondary studies. Lincoln Holzer. Georgia Christy Holland, honors with distinction, French immersion. Georgia will be pursuing an environmental science degree at the University of Calgary. Macy Jewel Hummel, honors, French immersion. Skylar Akira Hunter, honors. Taylor Mackenzie Hurd. Taylor will be pursuing a Bachelor of Law and Society at the University of Calgary. Chloe Mary Irulo. Chloe will be taking a year to travel. Alyssa Ann Ignacio, French immersion. Alyssa plans on exploring the world. Jaden Fatima Jaffer. Jaden Lily James. Jaden plans on completing a Bachelor of Business degree and pursuing a career in accounting. Connor Marcos Jantz. Christian Matthew Jepson. Christian plans on training to become a firefighter. Grayson Noah Jepson. Grayson will be pursuing a Bachelor of Science at the University of Lethbridge. Sadie Veronica Jones, honors, French immersion. Sadie plans on pursuing a career in nursing. Zoe Noel Jones, Honors French Immersion. Zoe plans on pursuing a Bachelor in Urban Studies at the University of Calgary with the hopes of becoming an architect. Minya Laura Sofia Juarez, French Immersion. Micah Jung. Kenneth Saskasanadon Keo. Aaliyah Marion Croker, Honors. Aaliyah will be pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Nursing at the University of Saskatchewan. Michaela Sharon Kropp, French Immersion. Michaela will be studying at the University of Calgary to become a registered nurse. Nina Kulikowska, Honors. Eli Carter Wei Li Kung, French Immersion. Eli plans to discover the world on his motorcycle. Brianna Faith LaBelle. Charles Inez Lambie, Honors with Distinction, French Immersion. Charles will be pursuing dual degrees in engineering and finance at the University of Calgary. Grace Elizabeth Lambie, Honors with Distinction, French Immersion. Grace will be pursuing a Bachelor of Health Science in Biomedical Sciences at the University of Calgary. Blake Daniel Lamont. Chance Michael Ledley, Honors. Chance will be studying a Bachelor's of Kinesiology at the University of Calgary. Akira Diana Lee, French Immersion. Kira Marie Lineweber. Kira's favorite memory will forever be the people she met and the relationships she's made at GMHS. Catherine Bree Leroy. Tenchi Douglas Allen Logie, French immersion. Logan J. McDonald. Logan plans on pursuing apprenticeships to become an automotive technician. Madison Emma Lynn Machala. Madeline will be exploring her options as she takes a gap year to work. Parker Douglas Mackenzie, honors. Maxim Adam Magus, honors. Maxim will be pursuing a Bachelor's of Business Administration at MRU. Raina Lillian Manuel, honors. Raina's favorite memory is looking at the high school from elementary school and thinking one day, that will be me. Michelle Elise Mares. Carmen Elise Martikin. She made me practice. Carmen will be pursuing a real estate license. Shyla Jade Lillian Martin, honors. Shyla will be studying accounting at Mount Royal University to later become a forensic accountant. Robson George Podmiski Massey, honors, French immersion. Kelsey Ann Matish. Kelsey plans to travel with YWAM to a country outside of North America. Sasha Ruvimbo Mawarara. Finn Joshua Kevin Macbeth, honors. Finn plans on pursuing a career as a firefighter. Abby Elizabeth Sharon McCarthy, honors, French immersion. Abby plans on attending St. Francis Xavier University in Nova Scotia to pursue a degree in chemistry. Mason Michael McCarthy. Mason plans on becoming a plumber and starting his own company. Rowdy Dalton Charles McDermott. Rowdy plans on finishing his welding apprenticeship and entering the workforce. Finn Kevin Alexander McGowan. Finn plans to continue to work on his art while pursuing a Bachelor's of Psychology at the University of Calgary. Andy Ryan May McCowan. Andy plans on pursuing a career in the veterinary field. Jaden Andrew McLean, French immersion. Jaden plans to continue his schooling to become an electrician. Jonah Rock McNaught, honors. Abigail Rose Moskops Janes, honors. Abigail plans on attending Medicine Hat College to pursue a practical nursing diploma. Alexa Aries Anna Moorhead. Alexa will be pursuing a career in occupational health and safety. Sawyer William Moreau. Reagan Renette Munch, French immersion. Reagan plans on working towards a Bachelor's of Social Work. Brian Kongadanga. Haley Miana Newfield, honors with distinction. Haley plans on attending Mount Royal University for nursing and trusting God with the rest. Kate Morgan Neville, French immersion. Kate is planning to become a dental assistant. Madison Lynn Newey. Madison plans on pursuing a business diploma to pursue a career as an artist manager. Hayden Nicholson. Hayden plans on completing a bachelor's in political science before pursuing law school. Hannah Sadie Nielsen, French immersion. Hannah plans on attending Olds College to study veterinary technology. Sophia George Nikolova, honors with distinction, French immersion. Sophia will be pursuing studies in nursing. Hayden Ray Northcott. Hayden plans on pursuing a career as a police officer. Gabriel Oliveto. Nasteo Omar. Keelan Alice Ray Osborne, honors. Keelan plans on pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology at St. Thomas University, New Brunswick on a volleyball scholarship. Joel Taylor Otto. Joel plans on pursuing a career as a chiropractor. Alana Paulson. Alana plans on becoming a paramedic. Isabel May Papp, French immersion. Isabel is pursuing a career as a dental assistant. I'm sorry. Oliver Parody, French immersion. Oliver will be entering directly into the workforce. Emma Margaret Parsons, French immersion. Jack Leonard Lawson Passfield. Millicent Drew Patterson, French immersion. Millicent is planning to pursue a career in sports medicine or sports psychology. Carson Ryan Paulgard, honors. Carson is planning on pursuing a junior hockey career before becoming a firefighter. McKinley Dean Peschke. McKinley plans on starting an electrician apprenticeship and then obtaining his Red Seal. Alex Peterson, French immersion. Caden Physic. Olivia Isabel Piercy. Olivia will be pursuing a bachelor's degree in health and recreation education at the University of Victoria. Matthias Pisa. Matthias will be playing football for the University of Calgary. Marley Sheena Plord. Marley will be spending a year drywalling with her dad before going to SAIT to become a paramedic. Oleg Antonovich Polinin, honors with distinction. Rachel Dawn Poole. Paisley Monroe Porter. Lorenzo Marcus Boyd Potts Morin. Lorenzo plans on pursuing a career as a heavy-duty mechanic. Jacob Peter Pagent, honors. Isabella E. Purvis, honors with distinction. Isabella plans on pursuing a Bachelor's of Biological Sciences at the University of Calgary. Logan James Quiring. Logan plans to move to Nanaimo, British Columbia to play CGFL football. Hayden Josephine Ann Ramdani, honors French immersion. Hayden plans on pursuing the veterinarian technology program at Olds. Kylie Mae Ravery, honors. Kylie's favorite memory from high school was getting to know who she was and creating an unbreakable bond with her mom. Hannah Jean Reed, French immersion. Hannah plans on taking a gap year to travel and gain new experiences before starting post-secondary. Kate Irene Reitveld, French immersion. Kate will be attending Dalhousie University, working towards a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Ryan Elizabeth Roberts, honors. Ryan plans on spending a year working before attending university to obtain a degree in education. Pearl Elise Villa Rosette, French immersion. Pearl plans on taking a gap year to explore what the world has to offer and spread positivity one smile at a time. Ashlyn Page Ross, French immersion. Lorenzo Valentino Royal. Lorenzo plans on obtaining his electrical red seal and then pursue becoming an instrumentation journeyman. Matthew McCabe Charles Ruby. Logan Allen Rue. Raquel Ruiz, honors. Raquel plans on pursuing a triple major degree in economics, philosophy, and political science at the University of British Columbia. Samuel Ruiz Arenas, French immersion. Faith Garma Santangwana. Faith will be pursuing a Bachelor of Business Administration at SAIT. Aidan Robert Schell, honors with distinction, French immersion. Aidan will be pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Engineering at the U of C. Sydney Ann Schisler, honors. Sydney plans on achieving a Bachelor's of Health Studies, then continuing to a diploma in prosthetics and orthotics. Grayson Clark Schmitz. Connor Isaiah Siegel, honors. Connor plans on pursuing a diploma at SAIT for electrical engineering technologist. Levi Mario Seneschal, honors, French immersion. Levi will be pursuing a Bachelor in Arts degree in psychology and then join CSIS to become an intelligence officer. Amber Sengupta. Hamza Jaffer Sheikh. Hamza plans to pursue a life of travel. Nolan Douglas Sharp. Nolan plans on playing NCAA lacrosse at Adams State University. Sadiq Aman Simpson. Sadiq plans on pursuing his career options. Ever Skelding. Ever plans to continue playing lacrosse at the collegiate level while pursuing post-secondary studies to become a lawyer. Fernie Arner Smith.
Yo, fuck you, Dane.
Autumn Reed Smolinski, honors. Logan Lewis Smith. Quest William Sukharov, French immersion. Aiden Owen Stapleton. Aiden plans on spending a year working before attending SAIT to become a heavy-duty mechanic. Quentin David Michael Stebanuk. Satara Grace Steele. Noah Brendan Robert Steves, French immersion. Noah plans to attend SAIT to obtain an instrumentation engineering technology degree. Marcus Cole Stevens. Michelle Summer Leanne Stewart. Michelle plans on spending a year working before studying theatre at the University of Lethbridge. Samantha Jean Stewart, honors French immersion. Samantha will be attending the University of Manitoba to pursue a Bachelor's of Kinesiology. Aidan Allen Stifel. Mateo James Street. Sadie Liv Stribelhill. Sadie will be attending the College of New Caledonia in Prince George for medical laboratory technology. Ali Jaden Sturby, honors. Kelsey Maria Svedston, honors. Kelsey will be attending Mount Royal University to pursue a degree in nursing. Grace Tefuter. Grace will be taking time to work before starting her LPN course at Bow Valley College. Enoch Jonathan Templeton, French immersion. Ethan Matthias Thatcher. Ethan will be attending SAIT for film and video production with hopes of becoming a director. Benjamin Kyle Thomas, honors, French immersion. Benjamin will be pursuing a career in aviation operations. Olivia Ruth Thompson. Emmett Dale Tilleman. Emmett will be pursuing a career in heavy equipment or welding. Amy Lee Tomlinson. Manuela Toro Bernal, French immersion. Manuel will begin post-secondary studies working towards becoming an engineer. Ella Marina Trentilance. Daniel Trocanis. Daniel will be pursuing a Bachelor's of Commerce at Dalhousie University. Nadel Sheena Turiano, French immersion. Nadel will spend a gap year traveling to fence internationally before studying out of province. Devesh Jamin Apade, French immersion. Devesh will be pursuing a degree in biology and then pursuing a career in anesthesiology. Maddie Van Marion, honors. Maddie will be pursuing a Bachelor of Education at the University of Lethbridge. Sadie Luca Louise Varza. Sadie will be taking a gap year to work. Layla Janice Patricia Veal. Layla plans to go to university to become a paramedic while continuing to play hockey at the next level. Lucas Velasquez, French immersion. Lucas plans on pursuing a career in firefighting. Beatrice Charlene Vignola, honors, French immersion. Beatrice plans on pursuing a Bachelor of Environmental Science at the University of Calgary. Rylan James Clinton Walker. Rylan will be taking a gap year to travel before pursuing his post-secondary education. Artemis Jane Wigglesworth, honors with distinction, French immersion. Artemis plans to pursue a career in nursing and have as many adventures as possible. Kennedy Ruth Will. Kennedy's favorite memory at GMHS is shaving her head for cancer during the ride of the Mustang. Ashley Diana Wilson. Ashley will be finishing her welding apprenticeship and then working in the oil sands. Dylan Christopher Wolf. Kate Wong, honors with distinction. Kate will be starting a Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting at the University of Calgary to become a CPA. Trace John Williams. Trace will be pursuing a Bachelor's of Agribusiness at Olds College. Joe Elena Dorothea Dawn Wright. Jo Elena will be working on her family's farm. Rain Megan Yelawega, honors with distinction. Rain will be pursuing a Bachelor's of Applied Science at the University of British Columbia, Okanagan campus. Isaiah Calvin Zaharko. Isaiah will be continuing his hockey career.
We're getting close, folks. We're getting close. At this time, we'll be recognizing students for their outstanding success and their contribution to the school and community. Every year, graduates of George Mcdougall High School are nominated by our staff and are selected by a committee to receive community-sponsored awards at our convocation ceremony. It is my honor and pleasure to announce this year's winners. First off, the GMHS Career Pathways Award. Awarded to the student that enjoys hands-on learning, they have a passion and desire for practical skills development, wishes to pursue a career in technical or trades occupation. Value of $250. Jacob Brower. The Airdrie Eye Care Science and Technology Award, value of $250. This award is presented to the student that has a passion for communications technology courses like robotics, coding, computer science, and thrived in these classes throughout high school. The student has an interest in pursuing a career in this field. This year, the award will be shared. We have two recipients, Lincoln Holzer and Alex Peterson. Next is the Airdrie Eye Care Schulich STEM Scholarship, $250. The Schulich Leader Scholarships Program recognizes students from across Canada who demonstrate an excellence in leadership and plan to study in a STEM program. Each year, schools from across Canada will nominate one student for this scholarship. This year's recipient is Olena Golovchenko. So next one's exciting. It's a new award that we're giving out this year. The Energy Equine Excellence in Animal and Agricultural Sciences Award. As in equine veterinary practice, Equine Energy is dedicated to the health, welfare, and performance of animals. We recognize exceptional animal care starts with a deep understanding of agriculture. This scholarship was created to empower a graduating George Mcdougall High School student who plans to dedicate their career to animal husbandry, veterinary medicine, or the agricultural sciences that support them. We want to reward a student who shows compassion, dedication, and a drive to improve the lives of animals and the people who raise them. This year's recipient, and our first recipient, is Isabella Hazelhand. I didn't mention, that's $500. The GMHS Fine Arts Award, $250. Awarded to a student that has shared their talents with the greater community. They have demonstrated hard work, dedication, and a passion for their craft. Categories include band, choral, drama, literary, and visual arts. This year's winner is Grace Lambie. The GMHS Humanities Award, awarded to the student who has excelled in humanities, social studies, English language arts, modern languages. This award is based on academic achievement. The student has demonstrated interest in post-secondary field focused on social sciences. This year's winner, $250, is Raquel Ruiz. The Life Touch Photography Digital Editing and Film Award, valued at $350. This award goes to the student who shows extraordinary talent in film and video arts and demonstrates clear educational or training goals in this field beyond high school. This year's winner is Ethan Thatcher. Next is the Life Touch Photography Excellence in Photography Award. This award is presented to a student who demonstrates technical and creative excellence in photography. Their work has artistic merit because of the consistent use of principles and elements of design while eliciting thought, emotion, and interest in the audience. This student has grown in their skills and applied them in a variety of contexts, from a controlled studio environment to the chaos of pep rallies. This year's winner is Elliot Dubé. The Knights of Columbus Humanitarian Scholarship, worth $300, is awarded to the student who shows exceptional leadership, humanitarianism, and a dedication to social issues while demonstrating outstanding service to the school and community. This year's winner, Devesh Upadhyay. The Principal's Perseverance Award. This award goes to the students who have persevered through their high school years, overcoming challenges and obstacles while maintaining an academic focus and thriving in their grade 12 year. We had a lot of nominees for this one, but the winners, each receiving an award of $125, are Ella Trentalence, Joseph Ashu, Gabrielle Denis, and Amélie Baskerville. The Tim Jackson Memorial Community Scholarship is awarded from the Airdrie Fire Department. Every year, we select 2 students to receive this $250 reward. This is awarded to students who have made outstanding service contributions, are actively involved in organizing or working at community events and school activities, and model respect, courtesy, and empathy to others. This year's winners are Charles Lambie and Pearl Rosette. And for our final award of the evening, this is the Spirit of Youth Award, valued at $500. It reflects the contributions Constable Dave Henry made at the George Mcdougall High School community. Constable Henry received the first award. It goes to the graduate who exemplifies athletic excellence, positivity, leadership, and citizenship. In other words, embodies what it means to be a Mustang. If you haven't figured it out, this year's winner is Ryder Frampton. Congratulations to all of our award winners and the entire class of 2026. We have one more round of applause for our winners and all these amazing graduates. Before I turn the stage back to our wonderful MCs, I'd like to thank them. Thank you. I'd like to thank them for continuing the tradition of future graduates MCing this event. Mason and Javina, you've done an amazing job. Graduates, you can rest easy knowing that your school is in good hands with students like this taking the reins next year. I would like to take another moment to thank our very generous award sponsors. Please see them in our digital program for a list of all of our sponsors. And if you know of a business that might be interested in sponsoring a GMHS Grad Award, feel free to reach out. Thank you, everyone.
Congrats, everyone. Can we have one more round of applause for our grad class of 2026? All that's left now are a few housekeeping items. Following their recessional, graduates will exit to the staging area behind the stage. Please remain seated until all graduates have completed their recessional, and yes, there will be an opportunity for pictures afterwards.
And now I will be inviting all class of 2026 to stand up. And now we present to you the George Mcdougall High School graduating class of 2026.